that. Being that you got the... Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Connections Wednesday night edition
Wednesday.
with Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave from
Hey.
Stages of Life.
And his beautiful girl, Tess, and porn star Pete. I'm Melissa Fox.
I'm Blackjack. It's great to have you here. We're going to have a great night as usual. I've been told the vibe is incredible already, and so I'm not going to argue with this. Please share us with your friends, and we want to connect with you in as many ways and as intimately as possible. Right, Melissa?
Yeah, right. Word. Okay, I'm trying to fire us up here.
I was reading this piece about Zero Mostel. Remember Zero Mostel?
Zero Mostel. Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
What a
Hi, Braid.
The producers, man.
Hi, Allie.
He wanted to be an artist.
I'm just trying to join
He
myself.
went to art school, very talented. And then he started to do art seminars.
Let's talk about Zero Mostel.
It was so funny that people didn't want to talk about the art anymore. They just wanted to hear him do shtick. Eventually, they didn't want him to show art at all, and he just went on to start doing places in New York, and that was it.
That's a funny dude.
Got it, funny guy.
Don Rickles, that's too bad.
Don Rickles, rest in peace. He just passed away. Yeah.
Dude.
Boy, that guy was funny.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
And you know, nobody took offense at him because they knew what he was doing was just showmanship and fun stuff. You know, and everyone got that. You got mad at Don Rickles. You were an a-hole, right? You didn't get the joke.
I wish I could have been around for him to
Yeah,
jerk on
like in the 50s and 60s, that was like his prime, you know, and he's hanging out with the Rat Pack guys. He was the unofficial Rat Pack, or the Rat Pack jester, they called him, you know, to get a yeah, it's great, but great. You know, he was the only one who could get away with that, you know, with doing the mob stuff with Frank and doing all the mob jokes. Get away? How the hell could he get away with it?
his lights getting broken.
Because you can't get mad at him because he's Don Rickles, you know?
I got mad at Henny Youngman, though.
Yeah, he will.
You can't get mad at Henny Youngman.
I got mad at Henny Youngman. He was not a very good tipper.
Oh, no kidding. I met his nephew on a ski slope.
I was still handing out flyers with, insults on them. Older and dirty, he was just like one walking skin, you know. You know how to get that translucent.
Did you see the list of the words added to the dictionary this year?
No, not that.
Pull it up, okay? They're absolutely marvelous ones. Okay, my favorite one is called a signature. So you're gonna sign on the pad with your finger.
Yeah,
It's a favorite signature.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they have Nelfies in there yet? Did
What,
they add
It's fine.
Nelfies?
Signature, and then
How about Nelfies? Naked selfies.
Dude.
Or nude selfies.
Hi, Jim. How you doing, guys?
Same thing, naked nude.
yeah, nausea. Nauseating diarrhea. That's just great.
I just call it spouting at both ends.
Ginormous is the one from a couple years ago. People are still putting that one up.
Okay. Archiver's running.
Alright.
Headphones.
Alright, let's do a great show, guys.
Soft opening.
Team Connections USA!
He's on his own. Okay.
You wouldn't leave me hanging? You wouldn't leave me hanging?
Soft.
Well, I couldn't be more excited. It's Wednesday night on Connections. I'm feeling great. I got a guy here sitting next to me in a fantastic shirt named Dr. Dave Klein. I got my buddy porn star Pete. I got Dave Klein's beautiful lady Tess. And, of course, the beautiful and always vivacious and Vesuvian Melissa Fox.
What? That's the. You only have 2 V words for me?
Verb.
I don't know what that means, but he used that a couple days
She's
ago.
got verve. Yeah, she's got verve.
God.
Did I throw verve out there?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good day for me.
Yes. I'm always impressed.
We're going to be talking about cheating in the workplace. Does it happen? When it happens, what do you do? Is it right or wrong? Do we care? Yes, we do. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live and also at 1490 WWPR. This is Connections, broadcasting throughout Greater Central Florida. So, we had a great day today. We ate crepes. You had a burger.
I
had crepes. And I like IHOP's crepes. Only they do crepes like they do.
Yeah, but they do them differently than they used to. Don't get me started.
It's a crepe. What are you going to do differently? It's going to be a crepe no
I
matter.
don't want to tell you. I will ruin it for you. Remember,
Anyway.
I used to manage IHOPs back in the day. It's different now.
Well, how's it different? Go ahead, give people the scoop, the 411, the down low.
Everything is half prepared already, like your crepes. Instead of cooking it to order, they actually made ahead of time and then stuck in the refrigerator and then just heated back up again. That disappoints me.
That just disappointed me, but it was damn good.
Told
So
ya.
now I'm torn.
I've ruined
Now
it.
I'm torn about
What
it.
happened?
I'm ruined for my waffles now.
Well, it depends on which ones you go to.
Waffle House.
Okay,
Are there
Waffle
others?
No. I was talking IHOP, but Waffle House is consistent. I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh, they make it to order every
Them
time.
bitches are
Every
friendly
time.
too, except for the cook. He's always hiding behind the spatula. And you know how you walk in, they're like, "Hey," and the cook bitch always like, "How are you doing?"
No.
Now
waffles for me.
here's another secret that not a lot of people know. I'm going to give you two actually, from two different places. The
They
first
have
one is
projects.
scattered, smothered, and covered for your hash browns. Always scattered, smothered, and covered. Scattered means they scatter them up instead of just making a lump. Smothered means they smother with cheese and onions. So
And what was
scattered,
the-
smothered, and
covered
covered.
part?
So scattered,
That's what
smothered
covered
with the
is.
onions,
Yeah.
covered with the cheese.
Covered.
Scattered,
I use
smothered,
that
and
phrase
covered.
during sex.
Yeah, me too.
And then the other one is when you go to Steak and Shake, there's a special burger you can ask for. But I'm going to give it to you. But you got to stay tuned.
not
It's
the
coming
Royal?
up.
I love the Rhino with the egg on it. Yeah.
It's even more insane, but awesome.
My arteries are calling.
Stick around. This is Connections. How about that for a tease?
Yeah, that was good. If you ever remember, get back to it. Remember the old I'm thinking of a number?
I did this shtick.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's the end of the show.
I wrapped I just felt like fucking around. I wrapped everyone in, and I said, I'm thinking of a number. And then I went up to something else, and I never got it. So what's the number? I don't know. I'm just fucking around. I'm some kind of dumb.
I don't know. I
Never had a number.
never get totally good. Next day I'm like, so wait, I want that number.
She brought it back, man, 'cause she's like, well, the number? I said, no, I left it a long time ago. When you're supposed to remember the number, what are you doing? Not remembering the number.
How can you do that, man?
What's up, everybody? I need to move this just slightly.
Oh, really? He does this. He's got to mess with it.
It's like the 12-inch ruler joke.
What's the 12-inch ruler joke?
Uh-oh. It's a joke that I've probably told about 40 times, and about half of those my wife has been with me. And every time I say it, she's like, oh my God, please don't say that joke.
Well, go ahead.
And obviously people then want to hear it more, right?
You got a minute, yeah.
But I'm going to need more than a minute.
Oh, it's a longer joke. Okay. The 12-inch ruler joke.
The
Okay.
12-inch ruler joke.
One day I'll tell you the joke that earned me the right to fly an Air Force Two.
Okay.
No, actually, what got me on the crew was really a joke. What got me on the cockpit was a joke.
You're a funny guy.
I'm a funny guy. Well, what happened was, there I am, and so this junior guy with all these senior fellas. They were trying to freak me out. Okay, one of the things was the radio room. And we're kids. If you see the curtain in the radio room pulled, don't touch the curtain, so you'll get shocked. Okay, because behind the screen it's classified crap and you can't see it. So anyway, so they call me up to the cockpit. I'm sitting about 10 feet back, crew section. They said, hey, why don't you come up? I just want to show you something. You know, what they wanted to show me was the phone system where they could call my house from up over Alaska. And I said, I know where you guys are coming from. You're going to shoot my ass. You know? Forget this. So I said, no, okay. So they went through this routine. While I was up there, they started telling jokes, going around the thing telling jokes.
This is Connections, Wednesday edition. It's great to be here with you. I am Blackjack.
Is that how you do the?
Is here.
Is that how you do the opening story?
Oh, I'll do the opening story. Here I go.
Gosh.
Now, there's a rule in companies that you're not supposed to have sex, but sometimes it happens.
No friend.
Yeah, it even happens in my company. There was a no fraternization rule, which kind of got blown out of the water. We had a couple people who, even though they knew this really shouldn't be something to be doing, it happens. So I had to change the rules because, you know, I mean, they're good workers. You know, what are you going to do? I'm Blackjack. This is Connections. We're talking about sex in the workplace. You know it's going to happen sooner or later in just about every workplace, especially when you have men and women together, doing things to each other, getting that those pheromones out to each other. Why are you rolling your eyes, Melissa Fox?
It just feels like you're just trying to get yourself turned on.
How do you know me so well?
It is, actually.
How do you know me so well? Porn star Pete, how does Melissa Fox know me so well?
She's just very intuitive that way.
She is. What's your take on this whole sex in the workplace thing?
Well, especially with more women going into the workplace, it's, you know, becoming more prevalent that the man and the woman get together at work. They spend a lot of time together, and so sometimes they spend more time than the the actual couple.
Yeah, you actually do. If you aggregate it, you're spending 8 hours with each other. You spend the morning with your significant other, and that's if your schedules sync up.
Right.
If they don't, then you're really screwed. You know, for many years, my wife worked as a hospital nurse, and she did the night shift. So I never really, I got to forget. I've forgotten what she looked like. But she ended up, it ended up a happy ending because she changed her shift to a normal one again. So we got to start seeing each other again. But yeah, there was a period where it was like, am I married?
Yeah, you are.
You know.
Dr. Dave Klein is with us today from Stages of Life. Yeah, you may have seen him tooling around in his truck.
The hot flash tactical response unit.
Hot flash tactical response unit. Yes. Yeah. How does that work? It is sick. So we're gonna be talking to him tonight as well. We've got a lot going on.
We got Kim Cameron, of course. She's going to be on. We got this beautiful lady from Desire. There's going to be.
She'll be checking in as well.
Is it Rania Jazeera?
Yes.
Yes, something like that.
That's pretty good. I think that's how she pronounces it.
That's better than I would have done.
Yeah, because I would have murdered it. But this workplace relationship thing.
I'm not for that.
It's I don't think it's really a good thing. It's the you don't eat where you eat, that kind of rule.
I poop where I eat.
Yeah.
Occasionally I eat while I poop.
So
Right?
today's workplace has become the #1 spot for married people to meet affair partners. More men and women are breaking their vows by engaging in office friendships.
French lips?
Nice.
French lips.
Freudian
You
slip.
you guys were paying attention.
Does that
Slowly become romantic relationships, right?
And it's a bad idea.
And of course, this would have been very socially unacceptable even 30 years ago. But I think these mores are changing, obviously.
I think it should be mandatory.
No.
You mean the affairs at work?
Well, I think everybody should be entitled. Should be like one of those human resources cafeteria plan items.
Oh,
You get insurance, you get
Were you just
disability, you get an affair.
Were you just working at Fox News or what?
There you go. Yeah. Hey,
This Dave guy, he's back in the, hey, woman, pull up your skirt, give me a cup of coffee.
hey, grab something.
See.
Hey,
That doesn't work
it's my
that
birthday.
way.
Whose turn is it?
Look, you guys start out with safe marriages at home, friendships at work, then you start meeting for the coffee breaks and the lunch, and then these relationships start developing into deep friendships. Co-workers start to depend on the coffee rendezvous.
The coffee rendezvous.
And soon they have emotional worship friends and crumbling marriages. It's what happens, oddly enough. Women usually are the ones that start this stuff. Believe that?
Yeah, it's always the women, you know, they bat their eyes.
Shameless.
It's our feminine wiles.
And, you know,
We don't
guys
see
just
it.
like,
It's
okay.
hard. It's hard for us. It's biological.
I'm not believing
Yes, it is biological. It's that, you know, I'm a bee and I need to pollinate the flower, and then once that flower is pollinated, I have to go to the next flower and pollinate the next flower.
Mm-hmm.
So monogamy is very uncomfortable for.
You're
for a
lucky
lot
your
of-
wife doesn't cut your steak off.
Yeah, it's true.
The real question is, do you do it on the clock or off the clock?
Oh.
Well, on the clock, I'm, you know, everybody can
As it
see
were.
me, so.
Yeah.
It's got a point there. You kind of watch it.
Yeah, you know, I'm with porn star Pete. I think being a porn star, Pete, like he is. I'm not saying he's an actual porn star.
Tell me
but
where you're going.
he has. Hold on, let me finish. Not being an actual porn star, but having, of course, the knowledge that we are actually mercilessly hopeless when it comes to women. You
Oh.
guys have the upper hand all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
All the time.
Sure.
It's evolution. It's you know, men would probably still be you know, trying to dominate the world,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just gotten to the point now where you know, with technology, women have gotten smarter. They're you know, now at that same level where we can't just like beat them up anymore and say, okay, you do what I want. And
A lot of times they're beating us up.
I was thinking the same
that's
thing.
the thing.
Yeah.
Evolution is putting it.
What is that,
in-
karma? I guess that's karma, man. You know.
So now we're just like, you know, it's not only that. Not only are they equal in the workplace, but they also have control of the P. You know. So,
No, they've always had control of
right
that.
now they have.
Well, listen to this. This is an interesting kind of stat here. 50% of the unfaithful women, about 62% of unfaithful men that this psychologist treated were involved with someone from work. So that's pretty high numbers,
Yes.
right?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Number
looking
two,
at
you almost-
another website I saw.
Like a half to 2/3?
85.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think you have to be careful. You know, you shouldn't allow yourself to think about being with another person.
I agree.
When
I
you're
agree
already
with that.
in a relationship,
Yeah.
I mean, those thoughts are going to end up leading to actions. And if you flirt, it lets people know in a way that you are available. And stay away from dangerous situations, because everyone is falling and can be tempted.
What's that 7-second rule too? You know that guys have where you know we think about sex all those times. So-
Every 7 seconds.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. You know, I'm sitting there, we'll say 15 years ago, folding boxes at Papa John's, you know. And, you know, what else am I to think? You know, I mean, I'm not thinking about boxes.
Right. Well, you are, but just not those kind.
Or we're sticking in the boxes.
So, you know, the mind wanders. So, you know, the next girl that walks in, it's an involuntary thought. So, you know, it does take control. I mean, I'm not saying it's, you know, we have no control over, you know, our actions, but our involuntary thoughts, we have no control over that. So it's a big fight.
Did you get much as the box man? Hey,
I heard him say yes, too.
there you go.
The box man always gets his
The
box.
box man.
Yeah, box man always gets his
Sounds like
box.
a great nickname.
It sounds like a good movie or something. The box,
Box
the
Man.
box man.
On the box, man. Yeah. Yeah, no? Okay.
No,
Just-
But in my defense, you know, I've never had a work affair.
You never got lucky enough.
Oh, Dr. Dave from the cheap seats. Out. Said you never got lucky.
Well, tell me about your
hands
work.
full of boxes.
So tell me about your work affair, Dr. Dave.
Well, not that I had one. However, no, but it's kind of interesting. So at one point I owned a restaurant. And so, you know, it's a security thing, I put cameras in. And I didn't tell the manager about all the cameras. And I caught him doing odd things with the sous chef. And it was very, very interesting because, you know, we copied the tape. You know?
How long did you watch this before you,
Reported
In
it.
all honesty, he didn't last that long. Okay? I mean,
Are you talking about on the videotape
On
as he's
videotape.
performing?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Oh, no, it was-
Or he didn't last that long working there.
highly underwhelming. Either, actually.
now how many videos did you see before you turned it? tournament.
Well, there's more than 3.
Was it so you guys would make coffee, be like the weekly fights you'd watch, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see what's coming on the video channel.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one.
Tommy checked in from our Facebook live feed at Connection Show. He says, I have 2 very good ex-co-worker friends who are having an affair. I'm also friends with their husband and their wife on each side. What a dilemma.
Ooh,
Yes.
that is a dilemma.
To which Braid said back that you sound like you're the lookout guy or the accomplice for the cheating couple. I don't know about that.
Ooh, I don't know.
You just gotta stay out of it.
Them sounds like fighting words to
Put
me.
yourself in a spot, you know.
No,
It's
just.
gonna be tough.
I like the way everyone's chiming in though on Facebook Live. You can as well at facebook.com/connection show. Phone lines are open too if you got the old-fashioned bug. 844 talk up. Or as Star people like to say, 8444 talk up. So they called you and they said they're going to show you the system. You said, oh hey, don't shoot me, and then what happened? We can do this. That was the joke.
Oh, the joke. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the event, it's the World War I ace, Andre, and he's back from the front. Now they don't last real long. I mean, these World War I aces really had like a 14-day life expectancy. So he's back from the front in his favorite whorehouse, drinking his favorite brandy, holding his favorite cigarette, with his favorite whore beside him, and he looks at her, takes a draw on his cigarette, and a sip of his cognac. He looks at his whore. He takes a draw on his cigarette and a sip of his cognac. He looks at her yet again. He takes the cognac, throws it between her legs, ignites it with a cigarette, poof! And he says, when Andre goes down in flames. I got to fly Air Force 2 around Mount McKinley.
That's it. Oh, Mount McKinley, nice.
Alright, don't forget about our Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
That was really
When Andre
effective.
goes down.
Rooting back into the conversation. They know we're there. Talk to them.
Hey guys, we love you. Andrew Vandergrift. Hey Andrew.
Actually, I think the only workplace issue I had was one of my medical assistants ran off with another medical assistant, and they both got married.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey Joey Lopez. By the way, I'm Blackjack here with Dr. Dave Klein. Tess. Porn Star Pete. So good to have you guys here. Much love. Please share us. And go check out stagesoflifevitamins.com right now, because you're on the computer anyway. What the hell? Stages of Life Vitamins. Right now, Porn Star Pete and I are on the stud mix. On the show in a few minutes, we'll sometime this hour, we'll fill you in on how we're doing. I think a stud mix update would be appropriate. What do you think?
Fill you in, no pun intended there.
We'll fill you in. We'll fill you in deeply, actually.
Well, I'll come to a big head, certainly.
Right. That's what we're going to do
Sure.
because that's the way we roll here on Connections.
Hey, what's up, Eco?
Hello, Andrew. Hey, Keith.
Oh, look who showed up.
Dr. Ken.
Hi, Dr. Ken.
We got a double doctor thing tonight. I like this.
Wow.
We got, of course, our medical doctor, and we got our psychologist.
Greetings.
I will grab a chair.
Come on, man. Let's grab you a chair.
Go grab one.
Really?
You brought the Sinatra chair.
Oh, yeah. Promised I would.
I didn't even know you were back in town.
Yeah, there you go. How you doing? Dr. Ken.
Dave Klein, please make it.
Stage door. This is Tess.
That's I saw the truck.
Hi.
I didn't know you were back in town.
I'm supposed to be back today.
Just I couldn't remember, to be honest with you. I knew you were saying, yeah, I guess it is. You know what? If you said May,
Yeah.
I still thought we were in April or something for some reason.
Okay.
No, we were looking for you last week, actually.
I need another set of headphones.
Damn it.
I got two pairs of headphones.
Hello, Dr. Ken.
Thank you, here.
Nope.
That's it.
Come back from
I
break.
like that FD. That's like awesome.
It's lots of
I
special.
love that Wednesday is Dr. Day.
Replacement, basically diagnostician. I figured what the hell's wrong.
We need some cups
That
and
a little of this, a little of that.
Neuropsychology. Cool. Specialized in traumatic brain injury, CTE.
Oh, very
I
good.
work with the NFL.
Go Nick! Go Nick!
Good for you.
Welcome back to Connections.
So much fun we're having. We're talking about dating in the workplace. It's also Wednesday night is doctor night.
Apparently.
And now we got a double doctor deal, which is something that we just do once in a while. But what we're trying to do is kind of give you a perspective from the psychological with our good friend Dr. Ken Vihek, who is a psychologist and relationship specialist. And of course, then we have Dr. Dave Klein, who is a doctor, a pain doctor, who has developed this wonderful line of nutraceuticals and the company's called Stages of Life. So, Dr. Dave, I wanted to get with you and find out what is Stages of Life and what are your aims with it?
Well, Stages of Life is it's the company, but it's also a concept. And the concept is simply this, is that as we age, we go through various stages of life. You know, when you're young, your needs are very, very different than your middle age. When you're older, they're a little bit different if you're a female as opposed to a male. We go through different stages of health as well. And so what I did was I put together a series of medications, over-the-counter, vitamins, minerals, herbals, and so on and so forth, to deal with those issues that may come up, as it were, with certain and various stages of life. So, when you're a young adult, what do you really need? Okay, well, you're invincible. You don't really need much of anything, except to reduce your risk of developing chronic disease with age. So I like to describe it as a trajectory, a life's trajectory. So you can influence how far you're going to go and how well you're going to do easier at an earlier age. The problem is most people don't have enough common sense and very little disposable cash, so they don't benefit from it. As you start getting older, it gets harder and harder to undo the damages. So what do? We get weight gain, we end up with diabetes, high blood pressure, depression, all kinds of odds and ends. And so, oddly enough, we are given in our food, we're given in our environment, solution sets to these issues. You don't need to go to prescriptions necessarily to fix these things. So I can fix diabetes without having to use prescription medications. I do use prescriptions. Okay, because sometimes it's actually cheaper to do so. You can treat hypertension without prescriptions. Depression, very, very easy to treat without, if you know what you're doing.
Why am I feeling really guilty right now for drinking my Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew, because it sucks.
I'd actually like Dr. Ken to chime in on this because it's very interesting because Dr. Ken does sports medicine, and I think he could kind of corroborate what you're saying with some of this
So
stuff.
it's kind of an interesting thing. So, I treat bipolar disorder using a combination of amino acids. I use glycine and L-glutamine. What does it do? It modulates a receptor called NMDA. You're not going to be tested on it, but I'll tell you what. It's interesting in how this stuff works. So you can take complete lunatics and settle them down very, very quickly. Low dose lithium over the counter. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it's all about. And then, diagnostically, we go ahead and figure out what the heck's wrong with folks. Essentially, using our own laboratory, we can look you upside down and sideways and figure out what's making you tick. And does it work? Yeah, it works.
What do you think about that, Dr. Ken?
Well, actually, I like it. One of my favorite studies, especially dealing with people who are on psychotropic medications, is the one that compared Prozac, Paxil, and I forget what the other one was, against exercise.
Effects.
One of those. But for the 6 months period they had the study group, the improvement was pretty much the same. But after the first year of being studied, after that first 6 months, the next 6 months, exercise blew the doors off of any one of the psychotropic medications. The people started feeling better, they started interacting, they started looking better, their self-esteem rose up. It's amazing what you can do naturally as opposed to using the prescription medications.
Well, with the antidepressants in particular, there's some interesting chemistry there. How do they work?
Yeah.
Okay, it's actually known. And the ones you just mentioned block the reuptake of a particular chemical called serotonin.
Yeah.
What they don't do is make the cells make more serotonin, so the body actually adapts to it. They become less effective. It's called tachyphylaxis. Okay, and guess what? They stop working unless you do something magical.
Yeah.
and you do one thing.
Yeah,
It costs
the
$20
SSRIs.
a month. No, you start them on 5-hydroxytryptophan. Then all of a sudden the SSRIs work again.
Yeah.
So there are tricks to this business. It's kind of like learning how to play cards. You have to learn the meaning of all 52 of them. Okay, otherwise you're going to miss something.
Makes
so
sense.
yeah, so do I use the SSRIs? Sure. Yeah, okay. Are they necessary? Yeah, 'cause they're cheap, $10 a month. You can treat depression. But in order to keep it going, you have to do a couple other things that are really not all that tough.
Yeah.
And exercise.
And unfortunately, you get a lot of the MDs will just keep upping the dose, trying to get it to work even more efficiently without adding the adjuncts that would make it work better at a lower level.
The definition of insanity. Right?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and over again and hoping, praying to get a different result.
Well, and that's an interesting point. You guys are thinking in a new and innovative way. How much kind of pushback do you get on some of
A
this
lot of
stuff?
pushback. Yeah, I mean, until you start fixing people, until you start getting results, then these people start to back down, and you know you've done something when they start to do the same thing you're doing. So what's the first thing that I do if somebody comes in that's depressed? Okay, you probably see depressed patients every day.
Yeah.
You get them some sleep. Okay, well, it's amazing. Okay, if you deprive Melissa of sleep for 3 or 4 days, she's going to get really, really crabby. You go for a week or two, she's going to start getting a little edgy. 3 or 4 weeks, depression, 6 weeks, it becomes permanent.
Then I'm malleable.
Permanent. Okay?
Well, let me tell you something. Now I know what the heck I've had to deal with all this time.
No, you do not. No, you do not. I am not a depressive person.
No, just kidding.
Not really. But they are using the stud mix, and we are at a 2-week point. Did you know that?
I wasn't keeping score.
Yeah.
Although I have done that before.
Well,
Another
you said-
state, actually this station.
Yeah,
It was this station I did that. I got fired for that. You know that?
for keeping score.
No, for the second round of the event.
Okay, well, we'll, save the clams. Thank you, Nori.
Well, I have to tell you that Porn Star Pete and I are on the stud mix,
So am I.
and I have found that I am having more wood more often. It's like every morning now, where it was kind of like getting a little not every morning. Doctor and Porn Star Pete, what are you feeling? You said you're feeling something now.
Well, it's been 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it has
to
been
the
2
day
weeks
that we started this.
Yep.
And it wasn't until yesterday I really started kind of feeling a little bit more confident. Well, you heard my mail sack yesterday. Down pretty hard. So,
That's funny that because Dr. Dave does this. I'm Dr. Dave Klein.
You too can be more like Dr. Dave.
Yeah, there you go.
there.
So yeah, you are. I'm feeling like my old self. I think I was starting to, get a little wonky. So thank you, Dr. Dave Klein. StagesOfLifeVitamins.com. Check it out right now. Stud Mix. StagesOfLifeVitamins.com. Dr. Ken Viek is next on Connections.
You got the doctor.
It worked out just fine.
Where's
Thank
the
you for
booze,
coming
Ken?
early because it worked out. We blew out Juicy Bits, which we can just use it tomorrow. And then now I like that. I like the way we introduced both of the doctors. That's pretty cool. That worked out really,
Well,
really
they
well.
seemed to like that. They said our doctors are better than those doctors. Yeah. Connecting. Rates and connections. I think these doctors are better than the doctors.
I have a big problem.
You'll save more than $16
There you go.
a pill for the same results. And
Yeah.
right now, radio callers will get
So,
34
so,
more yellow pills
that's where
for
this.
$120.
What is it?
With free
Dexcom.
straight shipping.
Well, that's good. I'm not kidding. I'm glad we blew it out. It worked out really well.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have had time for Kim and Dr. Terry.
What's your insulin?
Yeah. But my mind was 15 minutes off. Intuitively, I thought it would be good to do it early.
No, what's your
No, it worked out good.
Don't you think I'll that's working. Yeah, I'm 12 years. Yeah, 5 years, Air Force 7.
Yes, we are.
The deal with diabetes, okay, is you're focusing on the end product.
Hey, everybody.
Blood sugar. The real issue is insulin to glucose ratio, which fires off insulin to the insulin receptor.
This is Connections. Porn Star Pete.
Insulin insensitivity.
Come on up here and show everybody your mail sack. Come here.
All right.
Okay, it's all it's going to do. Your blood sugar's gonna
Now, when we're talking about the mail sack,
between 80 and 85.
I mean,
okay, what causes it usually is
come on up here, Porn Star Pete. Right over there.
Sorry, I'm not limping. It's just, that's the way I have to walk,
I mean, look at this. Look at this mail sack. It's impressive, isn't it? This is one impressive mail sack right here.
What can I
Of
say?
course, that's where the goodness is stored, because you have to store the goodness. I like the fact that our heads are very equally sized, because usually I stand there next to Melissa Fox and I look like I have a huge head. But when I stand next to Porn Star Pete, no, it's not a huge head after.
No, and I don't even have to like.
No, we don't. Because we're the same height.
Yeah, this works out.
By the way,
nicely.
I want to say it's a burgeoning radio bromance. However, no affair. It's not going to be any affair.
No sword fight.
Because we are lovers of the nectar.
Oh, and you're not receiving the sound. Try refreshing it. There's a button sometimes that you can press to turn it up if it doesn't come up. So we're going to be talking to the doctor. That's coming up next. And you like that man purse? That's supposed to be my man.
Every time anybody comes to the office,
We're doing it. Hey guys, if you can move out just a second, we're going to just do a slight adjustment for easier mic access. Sorry, Doctor. Hey, welcome back, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, well, I'm only back for the weekend.
Oh, and then you're back again? You're back to Kansas City?
Yeah.
How was Wichita? You tell me. It was good? Good event?
Really fun event, yeah.
I heard it was kind of chilly, though.
Oh gosh, it's 60,
Like 40 degrees?
43 degrees when I got up this morning.
And they have private health insurance.
No, that's cool, actually. It's not May.
Addiction specialists now.
Going low, everybody.
They'll help you get clean and sober and give you a total rehab.
Yeah.
So when you back after that, I want to note it so that I always remember something.
Middle of June.
Okay. Middle of June?
Yeah.
So I won't see you again for another month?
Yeah.
Quitting alcohol
Okay.
and getting sober is just a free call away. Sorry, we don't accept
That's what's in the
Medicare.
back of my head.
Make
But
this free.
you did tell me I
Call
just
now
getting old.
before
Getting old, man.
Getting old.
Starbucks will help you size your room too.
800-314-314.
You know, I really,
Good
so
for
yesterday and today you really started feeling it, right?
The mail sack.
The
Much
answer
more
is
impressive
yeah,
than
but
the
not
mail
necessarily
sack.
for blood sugar. Okay, so what happens is
I'm never gonna stop taking that stuff. That's like really good shit.
Oh, it's good shit. Okay, yeah, it's amazing. So what happens with diabetes, your insulin goes up, so do your triglycerides. Okay, triglycerides go up, vasculature gets impaired, and then testosterone drops, estrogen goes up, and then pretty soon, you know, it doesn't work so well. So yeah, it's all
Okay, guys.
There you go, guys.
I'm girl.
You like that?
I do. That's nice. I like that.
You know, we take care of you, Dr.
I
Kid.
do. I really appreciate coming in here.
Yeah, we got the doctors in the house
Look at
tonight.
that.
Got Dr. Dave.
I really like that.
So looking for Bear tonight. Any question comes across the table.
I
we can handle.
mean, you can call 844-4TALK up right now, and you can get any question about medical or psychological answered right now. So I would definitely avail myself of that. And if you're a little shy tonight, that's okay. If you go on Facebook Live at Connections Show, you can ask your question right now, live on the video.
Look at
You
that.
can type it in, and we'll answer your question that way too.
There's some
'Cause that's what we
sexy
do.
people in the chat room.
There's a
Go
whole
there.
bunch. Yeah, we're broadcasting live out of Orlando. We're also on Gainesville on 104.9 Talk and 1490 AM in Tampa. And we are talking tonight about workplace affairs.
Ooh, there you go.
That's a juicy one for you, Doctor.
That's a dangerous one, but go ahead.
How in the heck do you let these things happen, and how do we get out of them, and why should we avoid it or not?
Well, it's not that you let them happen. It's just, you know, the close proximity, the working hours, whatever it is, the stress, the strain, tends to draw people together in groups, especially if they work closely on projects. And, you know, it could be used as, you know, basically a stress reliever for work. And all of a sudden, you know, let's go out and have a couple drinks, and then, bam, the inhibitions drop, and there you go.
Wow.
But
It's easy
there's
as
an
that.
old adage that, you know, has been around. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we said
It's
that
just
one. We
not
said
a
that
good-
one earlier, actually.
Yeah.
So you're agreeing with us about the don't do it
Yeah,
when you
don't
eat.
do. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Believe that?
Oh yeah, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
Dueling doctors.
Well, because you know what happens. What happens when things change in the relationship? You still got to work together. It makes things quite
Yeah.
awkward, I would think.
Yeah, it really does.
Plus, you know, the other myriad things about obviously I think you just got to think about these things. You got to take the ethical route, I think, when it comes to that. I mean, you work together. Yes, you're in close proximity, but you got to stay away from the happy hour.
Take the high road on that one. Really just ignore that. Stay away from it. Try to dissuade it in any way, shape, or form. If it happens, then you really need to sit back and revisit and talk about the possibilities and what's going to happen.
What happens if it happens? So you get too drunk, you have it. Can you write it off and just go, hey, we had a great night, let's move on, kind of thing.
Well, there may be some people that can actually do that, but I'm not one of those type of individuals. I don't think I can put that out of my mind.
But what would you do? Would you keep the relationship going? Would you have to?
That's going to be dependent on the individuals involved with it and how they're going to handle it. Especially if the one girl or the guy is embarrassed about it. And let's throw in the mix. Let's throw in the mix that one of them's married, or maybe both.
Right.
I used to work in a company, and you'd always know that at the Christmas party or whatever party they were having, there was always going to be. There was always
You did it on a copier and send it out.
People would always disappear. There would be people that would just disappear, and you would just go. Okay, it's just funny because you always see the same people disappearing year after year.
But then they come back rubbing their nose and rubbing other body parts.
Yeah, right. Well, they never come back
You
at
just
all.
have to watch them at Christmas parties.
Well, that's why you do it in restaurants.
Yeah.
It's much harder to get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got thrown out of a restaurant here. My whole company got thrown out because one of my employees, when she has a little too much to drink, she's no longer working for us, she would drop trout. But this is in a large restaurant with families in there.
Nice.
Okay, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
She was not really all that attractive looking, but she really did look nice when she dropped her
When
trout.
you say drop trout,
Oh, that's exactly what I mean.
You mean just drop the pants
Just
down?
on the table and
Oh.
yeah.
Hang it all out.
Yeah.
But she would pull this up too and show the
was nothing there.
situation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was very much the same in my. As I would sometimes see in my physician's office.
And then everyone would,
needed to.
but would everyone give out a
Yeah.
cry of pain? Because you said she wasn't that attractive.
She wasn't. No, but she was very nice. She was a
No.
traumatic brain injury, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I hired her.
Oh, the trauma. That's why the
That's why I
dropping
hired
of
her.
trout.
Precisely. She
Right.
had no frontal
No
lobe
filter.
on one
Yeah.
side. No
No
frontal
filter.
lobe.
Yeah, okay.
Boom,
No
she
filter.
lost the
Done.
piece of the coconut.
Oh.
Yeah, and so every Monday we had
Wow.
retraining. She couldn't remember what she did from Friday to Monday.
Yeah.
So, and I felt really sorry for her. Okay, so I kept her on, but she had no inhibitions whatsoever.
Because that part of the brain was
Yeah,
gone.
It was
covered,
covered,
yeah.
okay, which was rather amusing under certain circumstances, very embarrassing in others,
Yeah.
but you really have to feel, hire the handicapped is really pretty much what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Which is
nobody
fair.
was
It's
going to
good.
hire her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I brought her in.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
Good for radio.
But what happened? You couldn't keep her on because of the
Well,
continuous.
we had to let her go for a very different reason, as it turns out. Okay, no filters there either.
Yeah.
And so I, bailed her out in Lake County quite literally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then she ended up getting into trouble yet again. And this time she ended up,
Well, it's the
mug
Phineas
shots.
Gage.
You
Yeah.
know, it was bad.
Yeah, it's that Phineas Gage story, where he had the tapping iron go through and severed, between the limbic system and the neocortex,
Yeah.
and lost the ability to have any kind of control over his thoughts. So think about if you actually said everything that came into your head.
I have not been beaten.
Actually, Melissa Fox actually does that.
Yeah, well, she does.
I
but,
do.
yeah.
See the scratch on my forehead? That was 5 earned that one.
Okay.
No, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, see? But that's what happens.
You,
with somebody
and
like
I
that
would be
that's
sharing a
so-
cell with you, porn star Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little side note here, but Dr. Ken Behek is very shortly. How about in the next few months you're going to be doing the vaginal rejuvenation?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Now,
pretty cool.
have you heard of this vaginal rejuvenation stuff that is
I'm intrigued.
Oh yeah.
Please expound.
It's where you're using basically radio waves or vibrations to tighten up the vagina.
So if I
It's a
decide on-
reshaping. It's a
There's nothing
reshaping.
new about that, but variability, you got lots of
Yeah,
this.
you got a lot. But see, this is done with a medical approach.
It's much more
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah. Well, yeah, because and it's not covered by insurance, so it's all cash.
Very good.
So, there
Well,
you go.
you realize, okay, as a medical historian, it's kind of a hobby of mine, and I collect antique quackery.
Dildos?
Yeah.
No, actually, but quackery. But in Victorian times, okay, that was a bona fide medical treatment.
Yeah.
Oh, hysteria.
Yeah.
Oh, hysteria was something else, okay?
Yeah, that's
but they would line up to be stimulated.
It was one of the things that was really huge in the Kellogg Institute up in New York.
Yeah, when
Okay.
they were
The retreat.
your colon.
When they were
Yeah.
killing you.
Yeah, when they were doing that, but that was one of the things that they had, where they specialized
Yeah,
in.
it's particularly nice when you do both at once.
Yeah.
There was a movie called Hysteria that they were saying that was what they were treating it with the manipulation, of course, of the female parts
Mhm.
to completion, and that was supposed to stop everyone from having the vapors.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
the
They make
women,
them very, they
yeah.
make them very popular.
Oh yeah.
The women, what
There
they
you go.
call that? They called it some kind of like hysteria.
Hysteria.
Oh, yeah.
But the-
Isn't this a Def Leppard album?
Yes, it was.
It is, and that's why the vibrator was invented. It was invented by a doctor because his hand would get tired from the manipulation.
Well, that was a doctor down at Kissimmee that did that. It was a roving thumb.
Yeah.
He went away from that point.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, I'm talking about 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't do that anymore, right? They don't.
You're not supposed to.
Supposed to.
do that. But that was a cure over 100
Now,
years
see,
ago.
now we're back to workplace romance.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
spun that right around.
It was a bonus 100
It was
years.
frowned upon.
Yeah.
Sure,
Still
it was
is.
just like the boss manipulation. See, that's what I get concerned about. Is it a boss-employee
But
situation?
this is one
Right.
of the things that bothers me about, especially when you get into the professions, because the rules are becoming so lax nowadays, right? That even in my profession, we used to have, when is it okay to date your patients,
Sure.
right? Never,
Why would
right?
it be?
But now the rule has been relaxed to 2 years.
Well, you know why? Because the
You have to take them only 2
psychiatry.
years.
No,
Because the
you can't have to
psychiatry
wait 2
people
years,
really
see?
blew it up.
Oh my gosh.
Psychiatric people.
And me, I'm just, no, don't do that. You
Well,
know?
you shouldn't. I always found it bad when you go into a psychiatrist, the next thing you know, you're dating a psychiatrist, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
there's some serious manipulation going
Oh
on.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, all
because
your
they're
buttons.
flayed open in front of you
Yeah.
emotionally. It's just so, it's so
Not
sad.
a good situation.
No, not good.
That's where you gotta have the ethics.
Yeah, and again, this is why you need to have, if you have a workplace, if you're in charge, it's your place, you need to have a manual that states what your policy is on
No
this.
fraternization.
And everyone needs to sign it and be aware of it. And you have to have posters, you gotta have meetings on
Well-
it, and document everything. Otherwise, you could be liable.
Just handies, nothing else.
Yeah.
No mouth hugs, just handies.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, you do have to have a policy.
You do.
But like David Letterman, your policy could be, yes, fraternization. Remember that he got in hot water
Yeah, oh, yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
about
but
sexual
below
harassment.
that,
And he said, well, I don't work for CBS. I'm not applicable to their policy of sexual harassment. It's my company.
Yeah.
I can pretty much make my
Worldwide
own
pants.
rule on it.
Yeah.
Worldwide pants. And that's what he had written in the contract.
Mhm.
He was never going to get into an NBC situation again. Where
Yeah,
he was
Fox.
at the, right.
Yeah.
Or Fox.
Bill O'Reilly, yeah.
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 Yeah. See, if Bill O'Reilly was smart, he would have had his own production company, put the show into Fox, and then he says, well, I just set my own
Yeah.
position. Yeah.
Well, who was the guy that did Price is Right before?
Bob
Barker.
Barker.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of his big things.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loved the models.
He loved the models, and,
He liked
and
that
it was
redhead.
known and
Yeah.
accepted practice
Yeah.
that they would
Well,
he'd enjoy them before the show.
offset-
You know, wonder he was always
offset-
smiling.
Yeah.
But he would offset the abuse and her leer after the models by saying spay and neuter your pets.
Yeah,
Kind of-
but he
Yeah,
volunteers
it's
for
offset,
it.
it offsets all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, I'm a pervert, but please,
Yeah.
let me say something nice. Like
He
spay
looked
and
like
neuter.
an old guy. He was really very, very young.
Yes.
And I think he did it to his death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob, did he die?
No, he's still alive.
He was just-
He
looks like
smiles.
he's dead.
He still smiles a lot though. He's still getting his showgirls
And,
down.
hey, the price was right, you know.
Hey, yeah, you know. So you, Dr. Ken, and the Kansas City Phantoms,
Yes.
how's that working out?
It's working out really well, actually. We've had 3 home games so far, and each one of them's averaged over 3,000 people, in
It's
the
building.
arena. No, and it's a 5,500 seat arena, so it's
Well, that looks
very
like it's
nice and
pretty
fun.
full.
Yeah. And we're pushing
he's
things.
an arena football team he started out this year.
Oh,
Kansas
cool.
City.
Yeah,
What
he's
position are you?
Oh no, the owner.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm way too small to be on the field with these guys. We just got a new offensive lineman, and the guy's 6'8", 375 pounds.
Well, you know,
It's a
we're
wall.
really proud of you, Dr. Ken, because it's a difficult proposition to start a football team
Yeah,
like that.
well,
So.
well, then we're getting into the fun time. We got 3 more home games. We only have a 12-game season. Well, we're having the breast cancer awareness on the 13th. We're doing first responders on the 27th, and then we're doing military appreciation
There you
on the
go.
2nd. So it's pretty
Cool.
cool.
Navy over here.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Navy and Air Force.
See? Look at that.
Fox's Army. So there you go.
Don't speak slowly.
That's
for
a
it.
Yeah, real slow.
Wow. That's outstanding. Thank you. Very nice. I need that help. When we come back. back. We've got Kim Cameron's Cuts coming up next. The doctors are in, and you are listening to Connection.
I thought you were going to say the doctors are insane.
They might be a little bit.
A little bit. We're all a little bit. That's fun, man. That's fun. I like that you guys got some cool synergy going on there. That's cool. Because, you know, we like to have, like, innovative kind of, like, thoughts and stuff about all this stuff. I'm glad it's going good. What's your record so far?
Oh God, that's a cool.
Is this the wrong place?
It's our first year. Come on.
All right, it's your first year.
But last game we actually came back from a 24-point deficit, took it to overtime, and then lost by 1 point in overtime.
So close.
It's
Sky.
56-55.
Yeah.
That's a way.
Tess, you enjoying the show so far?
No, Tess has figured out everything.
6'8",
Why do you think I walk
375
away?
pounds. That's a
That's a
You're the
wall.
one with the
Yeah,
wires.
that's bigger than most guys in the NBA.
No,
Yeah.
you're
Get the
anyone,
water, get the phone.
anybody that knows that.
All right, put me in queue, please.
Oh, yes, sir.
Hi guys.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Cam.
Oh my gosh, you guys took me off the website.
What do you mean?
I'm off the website. I'm looking on the website. I'm off the website.
What do you mean you're off the website? I don't
Looks
know
like
what
we're
that
doing
means.
some work. I think
Uh,
Frank
On which website?
Frank is regrouping it.
What do you mean, which website?
Well, we have the LSR website and the connection site.
I'm just looking at connections.
Okay. All right. Look, well, I know he's tweaking some stuff here, but
Man,
I want to.
I got fired without knowing.
No. You're never
That's
fired.
not good.
You know your family. You're on the team, baby. You know I love you. You're my rock goddess, for God's sakes. You know that.
Oh.
I think you should give Frank some shit. That's what I think you should do. What do you think?
What's that?
Because you know Frank does that
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Stuff's marvelous. Raises
Are you
testosterone,
still there?
lowers estrogen.
Hey, Kim
doesn't
Cameron.
test.
Yes, I'm
And-
still here.
Okay.
I said I didn't know
put
Frank
shit
was
together
doing it.
Oh yeah, it's Frank. You gotta give
15
Frank
years
some
ago.
crap.
Done it ever since.
Okay,
He likes that.
It's just
I can do
outrageous.
that.
You can have some fun with him on
Yeah,
it.
it's
You know, because
arginine
you
ornithine
can watch him
stimulus
squirm a little bit.
sexual you gotta get the dosages right.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So,
You like my
what it
You like my
does,
Frank?
That was good.
Thank you. I've been hanging with the guy for 4 years, you know.
Oh, shots?
And when he does me, he
says
goes.
he's not getting here anymore.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Stuff is great.
No.
So, you got athletes.
Slightly aged brie melted over Gouda. Gruyere is the best.
Doesn't test.
Doesn't text.
Is that my picture behind you? I haven't. seen
Yeah,
that
that's
picture
you on
before.
Armageddon.
Nice and cheap.
That's you. You did that WWE thing a couple years,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh,
Then you
that's
buy
right.
it
That's
and
right.
mix it yourself, or
I have a contract manufacturer.
okay.
Yeah, man, figure out a cute.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we go back.
Are you being naughty, Melissa
You're a
Fox?
co-packer then, right?
No, I actually have a manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I take it out to contract manufacturer. So, with 2 different manufacturers, the pharmaceutical companies actually. So what I do is I put it out to bid. They've been.
I love that my Kim Cameron's on tonight.
What's that right?
She's my girl.
7, 8 weeks comes out of manufacturer, ends up in our shipping. It's out she goes.
I love her and her pole dancing
Different products.
and her
Okay.
singing.
I've got one pain cream, which is pretty remarkable.
I know you can hear me. I love you, Kim. I can't hear you though, but I
It's real
can
popular
feel you
with
laughing.
golfers in particular.
That's what I work with.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Okay, what this stuff does.
Well, this is just a jam-packed show with all kinds of goodness and
Used to work in
juiciness.
15, 20 seconds. Doesn't stink, doesn't stain. Last about 2 hours, 3 hours. I developed with my daughter's course.
They say in a 2011 study they found that half
There's a
of the
layman
patients
said
that
they
went to the
use,
hospital for fractured penises. They occurred
There's
during
liniment.
the
There are a
affair.
lot of limits. This stuff though.
They believe that the
Most
man
of the
was
women are
extra
over
excited
stimulants.
during the affair
So
and
they
they
get
have
oil of
had sex
wintergreen
with
or
doctors.
basically one of phenolics. This stuff is
So
not
to
straight
avoid
out.
fractured penises, avoid
We're
affairs.
looking for a recipe.
Get ready. It's time for Kim's Cuts. The hottest music.
She's an international recording artist. She's a blonde bombshell. She pole dances. She writes children's books and does puppet shows. She has a play going on at West End of London that she wrote. She is a super brainiac and super sexy. It's Kim Cameron on Connections.
Guys, what an intro. Can I hire you?
Yes. Please use me. Use me in any way possible, Kim Cameron. How are you?
Nice.
I'm fabulous. Now tonight, we are going to talk about desires. So that's what my playlist is. It's all about our innermost desires. You know, those strong feelings of like wanting or wishing for something, or rather, someone to happen. So I think we should begin to have a desire to wistfully fly away in deep love with someone. So the first artist we're going to play is an artist out of Georgia. She began her piano career with the Georgia State University. Her name is Carol Albert, and this one is called Fly Away Butterfly.
It's kind of cool and ethereal.
Mics are off.
It's okay. I can put her in mute. I can put her in mute. Hey, that's pretty. It's pretty wafty. I like it. It's kind of what ethereal would be the term.
Sexy.
Yeah, very super sexy, got the heart feel going on to it.
Yeah.
Fly away,
Now,
mighty post.
our second artist, though, he's also from the South, this time from Orlando, so right around the corner from you guys. He specializes in like what we call chill-out music, and as far as desire goes, this to me is the best Apple's next song that I can think of that's out there right now. Vera Plateau is the name of the song.
10 cents on Connections. You got a mic on. I didn't know if you wanted it on. That sounds like a didgeridoo in that sucker, doesn't it? It's got a little yeah. This sounds like stuff Mary Stockley does. This kind of new age, some new age feel to it.
I heard that after sex, I'm thinking I have a seizure.
That's got a cool new age sound to it, Kim Cameron.
Oh yeah, it does.
No, this one blows my mind because I never thought of after sex music before, but that's brilliant because when I was listening to it, I'm like, yeah, that's how I want to end it.
You never thought after sex music because you always nod right off after, right?
Well,
I mean, we are doing.
I thought of the during, sex music, but afterwards I just never considered it. But now I'm going to. Thank you, Kim.
He's a new man. New man, Kim.
You may remember the Pepsi commercial. It made this next artist who was really started out as a jingle artist, a star, literally overnight. Her name is Robin Beck, and the hit, if you can remember, was called First Time back in the 80s. And anyway, this one I thought, when you're on the hunt for that, I don't know, special desire, you have to go for something that, she's written, and it's her inspiration. It's called Follow You.
And when the daylight dies, you see me there when I close my eyes and I'll follow.
I need a Pepsi. Wanna drink that Pepsi with no ice?
It starts breaking down. I always want
Just more, I want that. Yeah, like flash dance.
This is the song that they play during those montages, like when they, you know, when the person doesn't dress that well and the other friend helps them and says, we're going to make a new you, and they take them to Macy's and they, you know, get the outfits on and stuff. That's the feel for that one.
And this is on a montage.
Fruit?
Oh yeah, well, you know, when you're talking about sexual desires, of course there's always fruit involved. So, Tori Amos has this great song called Raspberry Swirl.
I love Tori Amos. Tori Amos, she's good. Yeah. She always kind of humps the piano when she's kind of, notice that? She's always like this. She's like, she's like my.
She does fuck the piano.
Yeah. She fucks the piano. Did you hear that? She fucks the piano.
Tori Amos.
Tori Amos.
Which keys does she prefer? Which keys?
Oh, just the whole bench.
Yeah, she doesn't sit on the
And then
bench.
she uses a lot of
She stands
branding techniques on the mic that are pretty crazy. Serious. I love this. This is a little different for Tori.
Yeah, that is different for Tori. Usually it's a softer, kind of like that breathier thing she does.
It's, you know, she it's really more rock.
It's great.
She's just a little flighty.
Yeah, it's usually, and she has sex with the piano when she performs. I love that move she does. Yes, she's very breathy.
She is breathy. You're right.
All right, now here's, oh, is it? Now here's the thing. Why have you not invited me to drive down to Miami to be in that video? This is what I want to know, because I want to be in that video.
I didn't realize you were pole dancing.
No, I was going to watch you. I'm the pole dancing audience. That's what I am. All right, Kim Cameron, we'll talk to you soon. I love you.
Yeah, buddy.
Love that Kim Cameron. She's the best. Top. Incredible artist. More to come this hour. And so much.
Just wait to see what's going to fall out of his mouth.
What? Well, we got News Thing, and then we got a
Connections.
sexy artist.
Mr. Jackson, we're calling to say you're
You just can't.
Well, because you not only gotta let me rap, you gotta let me rap.
You're not a rapper.
When you do that, you know you're messing with my rap.
Look in the mirror. Look at them. You're Jewish and white. They don't rap.
I say it's time to break out the Sinatra Select.
It is. Well, yes, outside, yes.
Toll free 97. Not available on all stores.
No, you have to.
New rule.
But it's a rule. But it's a rule, and I want to stick with it because it caused me way too much trouble.
Figure it out.
I mean, she never tell you that.
Yes.
Comes from she likes everything.
She isn't a shy. She's a sipping. I do later.
Listen around.
That's a good start. You don't. You savor this. You don't savor.
Why, Allison? Why?
Yeah, this is a savor.
Well, you know, here's the thing.
I brought it.
I know. And I was just trying to see if we could have it maybe after the show.
Student loan debt is
Before the show.
$24,000. Have you been out of college for 10 or more years and you're still making your student loan payments? If you are struggling with paying off your student loan, if you are past
Your show.
we can help.
It's a rule.
Because I said
But think about it. If I'm going to
We
set a
can
rule,
get your student loans out of default
Yeah,
without
stick
any wage garnishment.
Trying to set it first here or what?
Now he's trying to ruin
Even eliminate your student
I love
loans.
you.
If you can't afford your student loans,
That's what he's
or
doing,
you're
setting
past
first.
due and you need help, you must call right now. We will restructure your loan or your money back.
Hey, everybody in Facebook land.
So call the student loan hotline right now. 800-819-8307.
So you know why you fall asleep after sex?
800-819-8307.
You're tired?
800-819-8307.
Hormone gets kicked up called oxytocin.
800-819-8307.
Knocks guys out, but it makes gals real cuddly. Okay? So, I tried to actually to set up a nasal oxytocin. It's the hormone of orgasm, right? Okay. To get women off using a spray, nasal spray. Well, that not be fucking awesome. Okay, a couple hits of this, and you trips the trigger.
So faster than crap.
Worked on for years. Couldn't get it to work. Oxytocin's very unstable. Light will break it down, all kinds of good stuff. These bastards now, these guys, probably Western mind are figuring out how to stabilize it.
Y'all ready to play?
Always, Melissa Fox.
Okay, good, because this is our soft dope.
This is the theme of being porn star Pete now that we're on the stud mix.
Yes.
Yeah. This is definitely cool stuff.
This is sex music.
Sitting at home with my. Boy, I had to let that go. I was gonna say Richard.
You were going to say Richard. But we're okay, we're in our soft dope in our foreplay area, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But anyway, you want to rap some more?
Sure. I arrived at a house, knocked on the door, not having no idea of what the night had in store. I'm like a doggy in heat, a freak without warning, not having appetite for sex, 'cause me so horny.
We got a caller on Connections tonight. Hi, who's this? Hi, Rebecca. Welcome to the show. What would you like to talk about? Hello, Rebecca?
Well, sorry, pretty much what your topic is. I mean, relationships in the workplace.
Yeah, bad idea. Did you have one?
No, I have not, but I know several that have. But the thing is, you have to look at the dynamics of different professions.
Oh, like it?
Normal professions, non-emergency professions, let's say.
I gotta wrap in less than a minute. So
Hang
just
on a second.
hang on. We'll put you back on. Hold on a second.
Yeah, what I did. Get herself
That's an interesting perspective. I want to hear more about this.
Find out what she does.
Emergency sex.
Different
There you go.
types of professions.
Yeah.
I like that angle. This is Connections. We're talking about workplace affairs. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Let me
Here's an urgent alert from the student loan.
Hey, we'll have you on to talk about that. I didn't have enough time. Does that sound cool?
I can barely hear you.
I said we're going to have you on to talk about that. Just hold the phone, okay?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, thanks.
Student loan relief can now restructure your student
Yeah,
loan.
that sounded like an interesting kind of take on it.
Stop
You
any
know,
wage
with
garnishment.
the type of
Stop
profession maybe is more
collection
prone or
costs, and
Hospitality,
eliminate
it's
your
more prone.
student loan payment. If you
Yeah.
can't
I've been
afford your
just
student
doing the
loan,
research.
Let's
you're past
you know,
due
talk
and
about
you need
some of the other
help,
ones
you
where,
must call
like
right
you
now.
go
We
into
will
the more
restructure
structured
your loan or your
environments.
money back
So you go
with
into
tax
a police
guarantees.
department, so you go
So
into a
call
fire department, you go into
the
a military,
student
where you
loan
have
hotline
actual
right
levels
now.
of seniority and authority. You know, then it becomes, you know,
That's
if
what I
I
was
do, I
asking
don't
him.
get. If I don't, I don't get. If I do, I get promoted. That could be intrinsic into that.
That's what I was leaning towards earlier when I was saying that.
There's a lot of them out there that are like that.
And the cop thing was one of the worst because they drive buddy up women and men, and they have to rely on these guys and very easily transition into an affair.
Well, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Facebook Live.
You're gonna trust your life to somebody. It's really easy to get that relationship to meld together.
I tried to sleep my way to the top, but nobody bought into it.
It's kind of working from the top down. Sorry. Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I don't know.
you gotta get an invite to come up, not down.
Trying different avenues now, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an angle of Melissa Fox.
Yes, dear.
Thank you. For you know, just appreciating where I was coming from.
At 407-826-0810 or visit us online at yourcomputersolutions.net. And let us know
So naughty. So naughty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I slept my way to the top like
I couldn't do it. I got a team full of guys.
Now, here we go, guys. Who's doing the story? You?
Sure, why not? I was dating a girl once, and it was going on for a couple of years. We both worked in the same building, and all of a sudden I found out there was somebody else sniffing around.
Connections is Relationship Radio.
Yeah, when you are in charge of cleaning office buildings and the security guard is constantly following your girlfriend around, something is not right. So I had to put the kibosh on, and I said,
Security guard.
Security? Yeah, pretty bad, huh? So anyway, yeah, that security guard was trying to bust in the middle of stuff. I
Uh-oh.
don't play that game.
So it happens to use the badge. Yeah.
that. Sharp. Shouldn't use the badge.
No.
Yeah, you can hurt somebody with that.
Yeah.
Badge, man.
That's right. That's the voice of Dr. Dave Klein. Dr. Dave is our friend and great supporter of this radio broadcast. He has a company called Stages of Life, and they have so many nutraceutical solutions for what ails you. I really think you should check them out. Do it right now. StagesOfLifeVitamins.com. StagesOfLifeVitamins.com.
Try Stud Mix.
Stud Mix.
That's
Tell
what
me about this Stud Mix.
Give me Ladywood.
Actually, I got something for that. Okay, Stud Mix, not so much. We have a tribulus product that really will make you just a little bit more eager.
Well, what kind of product, Dr.
It's
Dave?
called tribulus.
Tribulus.
Tribulus
Sample.
terrestris.
Sample.
Sample. I'll get it for you. Oh, I can handle that.
Also have Dr. Ken Viek with us tonight, our resident psychologist. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah, neuropsychologist.
Hey,
That's
leave
okay.
my brain out of it.
Ah.
We're talking about workplace affairs, and we've got, is it Rebecca on the line? You want to, hello?
Let's talk to Rebecca on Connections. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome back to the show. Hey, I really liked your input. Why don't you go back? You said
Hey.
that the affairs happen differently in different types of workplaces.
Well, definitely. I mean, if you focus on your normal white-collar or office setting, you're looking at a different dynamic than if you're looking at, let's say, an emergency profession type setting.
Makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
It's actually difficult to explain to people who have never been into any type of emergency profession or military profession because the military is not as integrated as the emergency professions here are.
So are you saying that it happens a lot in the emergency field?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I was a hospital commander of the Navy, and we used to have issues from time to time.
Yeah.
You had to look really hard to look the other way.
So you say you've never been involved in these situations, but that you see workplace affairs happening all the time?
Oh, yes, I've actually walked in on it.
You walked in on somebody doing the dirty deed?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what kind of company was it?
Say emergency.
Well, two different types.
Of emergency. This was emergency places.
Yes, one would be EMS, and the other would be law enforcement.
Yeah, see, the LEOs, that's what I was
We were
talking
discussing
about.
that earlier, actually.
Yeah, is that, I mean, when you're depending on that person, when you're putting your life in your policeman partner's,
You want to see my gun?
exactly.
No, not really.
No,
Yeah.
see,
Put that away. Really.
I can see just.
Oh, good. He's got a snub nose.
It really put it away, you know what I mean?
Hey, Fort Star Pete, do the line, do the line. You know the Clint Eastwood. You do the Dirty Harry thing. I know you can.
What's the dirty hair?
You're yeah. So do you feel lucky? Oh,
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
My day.
Go ahead.
Asking yourself.
Go ahead.
I was fine.
Honestly, if you just look at it, I mean, you're putting your life on the line every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're with a certain group of people.
Yeah.
People don't understand that.
Well, how much of that is actual stress relief as opposed to carnal passion?
That's a good question.
Well, I know I have a similar problem here at the studio. It's it's very stressful and life-threatening.
Are you ready to drop trot too, Fort
You
Star
never
Pete?
know.
Put that gun away.
Dave, move back.
Dave,
Hey,
you know he's making a hole in the table with
No,
that
that's not
thing.
my
You
hand.
gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that, man.
So, Rebecca, what do you think about that question? Do you have an answer for that? Do you think it's more stress-related or stress relief rather than actual, just hooking up for, to hook up? Or is it promotion related?
Well, sleep your way to the top.
No, there is that too. There is that.
Okay, but what you were talking about was just how the relationships happen. So, is it stress relief or is it, okay, let's just do this?
I'm thinking emotional. Sorry, I didn't mean to
It is
answer.
emotional, but it is a very large stress. I mean, especially if you've been in a life-altering situation. Won't go into details on the situation for those, but people that I know that are involved in these relationships that I turn a blind eye on. They need that connection to get through the connection of the bad experience.
Okay.
Huh.
So they use that as a buffer, basically, to basically discharge the feelings and emotions that they had about the event they went through together.
Or it's just an excuse.
That's exactly where I was going.
Yes! There's a short word for that.
Hey, we
It's
think
called,
we're,
like,
doctors think a lot,
What is
I
it,
guess.
copping out? That's the word I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just needed a rationalization for it.
Yeah.
Copping out.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, it did not go unwasted.
Yeah.
No, pun goes
Go ahead,
unwasted.
Rebecca.
Cop in the field, maybe?
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead. Rebecca.
But I mean, there's seriously, I mean, there's a different dynamic on what profession you have.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, because on radio they always tell us don't bang the interns, and what do? We bang the interns.
I never banged.
No, I never banged an intern.
No.
Actually.
I know many that do.
They don't let me have interns.
Here I am 20 years later.
Yeah, well,
Just waiting for an intern.
Well, she had to offer something to keep them coming in every night.
Oh.
If you don't have talent.
Yeah, she kept
Yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thanks for
Great
calling
point.
Connections. Tell your
Great
friends
point.
about us.
Appreciate that very much. 844-4TALK-UP. Her line is open. And we have so much going on tonight. We've got a new guest coming in just a minute. We can take care of that. So we probably should take a break because we've got desires.
Yeah, we got designs. We got Rania.
Mm-hmm.
This is very, very exciting stuff.
Such a Zeri, I'm going to do it again.
Now we got a girlfriend Desire.
Desire?
That's the you're talking about the resort, right? Hold on, I gotta wait till she mixes.
What's happening?
Desire Resort?
Get on the thing.
Yeah. I'm on it right now.
No, she's waiting on. I think she's already on Skype waiting on you.
No, I've got to call her.
And Dr. Dave Klein has
I
said
don't
on
know.
air.
I always just say is Kim just texted me that she's on.
Hello? Hi, you there?
Hold on one second, let me pause that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Is it Ronnie or Rania?
No, you said it right, Rania.
Rania, and I did do it right. Okay, this is good.
Yes.
I'm very happy
Good.
about this.
How are you?
Good. And you're from Desire Resort?
I've been there before, but no, I'm not.
Okay. So you're from
I'm from Washington, D.C.
And what is desire? What are we talking about with you tonight?
We're talking about our desires.
Oh, our desires. Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay. Well, we'll have some fun with our desires. All right. Please hold for us. Thank you.
Is that like fantasy football?
What?
Yeah.
You know, you mix the two guys' two favorite things, fantasy and football. It doesn't work out that way.
Do you ever want to say anything, Tess?
No,
Do
they
you ever
do
want to chime in on
fantasy.
stuff? Okay. You know, I just gotta throw it out there to you.
Yeah, I can see his marks here. Yeah. See the stretch before? Yeah, she goes, I just earned this last week. This is a toenail scratch.
I don't even see it. Oh, now I see it. A toenail scratch.
Thank you. You missed it. Yeah, no, actually, what happened was is that I said something that she didn't care for. She said, "Oh, you reset, boom, and reflex is like a shot. Turn away from it.
Everyone attending our events, which I don't really have.
Yeah, you do. I promise.
You have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been telling you all week. It's the toenail scratches. Headboard injury.
Headboard injury. There you go. Good.
Are you a licensed
Love it.
CEO?
You're like my perfect sponsor. Like you totally get what we're doing. It's like God given. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Dr. Dave stays alive.
That's right. You know, I did see her in your arm.
Yeah.
I do.
Rania Jaziri.
Yeah, pull in. Yeah, she's from Al Jazeera.
No.
Looks like it.
All right, I need a pen, please.
She spent some time in Germany.
Jaziri.
That comic he used to have a routine about how his girlfriend fell off the table. She got her high heel caught in a hoop earring.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking
Is that
about
ours?
it?
Okay, I guess.
For less than $3 a pill. If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting
No, I didn't know there were two. That's why it's super funny.
It's Relations Radio.
Less than $3. You're saving $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get
Rania
44 blue or
Jaziri. I
yellow
like
pills
it.
for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices.
you know,
Charge your sex
other
life
than
now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
800-814-5031. Terrible. That's
800-814-5031. That's 800-814-5031.
Guys hate this commercial. Oh, it's your favorite one.
I might have to start doing
Then this song.
This is a great song she put together for us.
Earworm coming. Earworm coming up.
You love that.
You're listening to Connections Relationship Radio.
God, love that.
You like that little earworm?
NewNewsProductions.com. I know, it's good. Speaking of which, we've got a gal on the line to
Well,
talk.
it's a full studio today. We have fantastic people in-house, and now we've got a fantastic person on Skype. It's Rania Jaziri. She's a friend of our own Kim Cameron's. And Rania, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. Tell us about yourself and tell us about this desire that you speak of.
So I'm a life coach, mother, and a public speaker in the DC area, and a lot of us have problems with communicating what we really want and how we want to get the things that we want in our relationships and in our life. Sometimes we just settle for things that are not really tickling our desires in relationship and in jobs. And I help people to set goals and heal and learn how to communicate what you want and what you desire.
Yeah, tell me. So it's called Start Off Inspired, right? Is that what it is? That's your company?
That's one company that I work with, but my website is raniajaziri.com.
Okay, and that's RANIAJAZIRI. How'd you get into the idea of helping others like that?
Well, I own a dance studio already in Washington, D.C., and that was focusing on women and helping them create a better health, better body image, self-esteem, and some of the classes that we offer, some exotic dance classes where you learn how to move in a certain way and walk in a certain way, pole dancing classes, we do cheer dancing classes. So I've always worked in that environment, and I would like to help couples in their relationship to create something different and heal each other through the work that I do, as well as attracting and desiring the things that you want into your life.
I think our own Dr. Ken wants to ask something.
No, I'm just wondering how you actually motivate these people to do things. What type of techniques do you use? Is there anything standard that you put together that you can pass out to people? Or is it something that you individualize?
I would have to individualize each person. Each person is different. We all know some people are more introverts, some people are more extrovert, some people have more work to do as far as managing their life first before you can even start into your desires. So their exercise that we do, meditation, some need just to dance, some need to vent and let things go before you finally dig deeper into their desires. Some how to start with gratitude lists. Some of them I do laughing yoga with, so we're just getting to a happy state of mind, because when you're positive, you attract the things that you want, and we all know that.
Yeah, you think more people would pay attention to that? What you just said. I think that's really the key, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, that you attract what you put out, and you're positive, and positive things happen to you. Why do you think we run so negative in this society?
It's easier. It's easier to piggyback right and to complain. That's why we get into that downward spiral.
And then, so once you're in the downward spiral, it's harder to kind of lift yourself out of it, then, right?
It's harder to do it by yourself. You need friends, you need family. Sometimes you need me. Sometimes you need a coach. Sometimes you need a community. Sometimes it takes a whole village. You need to know when to ask for help and when to stop trying to do everything by yourself. We do that a lot.
Does it take any special training to do what you do?
Some do like coaching training, but I have more of a dance background, and I incorporated the things that I've learned by teaching for many years into the things that I'm doing right now. So it's more learning what I have learned and teaching it to other people to be able to create the life that they want, to be able to open it up more and
Well, you know, that's one of the hallmarks of this show is to try to live life to the fullest and improve your relationships,
And you never
basically.
know what's going to happen.
Well, no, we don't ever know because we're crazy radio people. But
That's all we do.
But I really like what you're doing. How did you meet up with Kim Cameron?
Kim was one of my clients. We started full sessions in DC and became friends.
Oh, how cool.
Pole
How cool.
dancing. I'm in.
Yeah.
Dancing is a great connector.
It is, isn't it? You're connected to the pole is connected to you.
Yeah, that harp thing.
And you have something to stabilize you, hold on to something when you're afraid, like the pole doesn't go anywhere. It's like
Wow.
your best friend.
The pole is always there. Write that down, Melissa.
I'm just writing the pole as my best friend.
Do you have any? So do you do this pole dancing too?
Yeah,
Wow.
like I said, I always create a program depending on the client, and some people need to just start letting everything out and being out into your body. Pole dancing and belly dancing is a great way to start.
Belly dancing too?
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, would you ever suggest pole dancing for like men?
Yeah, always recommend the guy as well.
I don't know if we really want to even go there, unfortunately.
You don't wanna see me on the pole?
you're a man of but neither I nor Porn Star Pete is Magic Mike. So just remember that before we start putting ideas into either of our heads. I don't know.
I'm a little nervous about crossing the poles.
Yeah, don't cross the streams.
You have an infectious smile here. I'm looking at your picture, Ronnie. What you ever get down to Florida? You're in DC?
I travel all over.
Well, then you have to come by and you have to come by and see us, and because you know we can always use more in the way of fun meditative techniques. And yes, I don't want to take it away from you, Porn Star Pete. If you want to work the pole,
I want to work.
Far be it from me to stop you.
I have a question for Anya. You say you're a public speaker. What was the last big event that you did?
I've seen a lot of nonprofit events, and I think the last one was Women of the Wild, and we were in West Virginia with I think 150 women, and I did a workshop on desires and how to attract them, and I do incorporate a lot of dancing. So for me, that is like something that gets people out of the shell. So Women of the Wild was the last one I've done.
Women of the Wild.
Yeah,
This
Wild
sounds
Wonderful
like
West Virginia.
this sounds great.
Dance naked in the woods.
You dance naked in the woods?
You have piqued everyone's interest.
I love her.
Holy moly! You know, it took about 12 minutes to get into that, and now we're going to break. But God, thank goodness you danced naked in the woods.
In West Virginia.
In West Virginia.
West Virginia.
This sounds very freeing. I think that Porn Star Pete would like to get naked with all of you wild
Yes,
women
I'm
in
completely
the
motivated.
woods.
Have you ever danced naked?
Melissa Fox, you too?
I just had a different visual of pole dancing in Porn Star Pete.
I'm just hoping she wasn't dancing to banjo music.
Oh,
In West Virginia, maybe. But have you ever danced naked on Connecticut Avenue?
No, Liberty Avenue.
No, Connecticut, just right there. It runs right up.
Oh, I know where you're talking about.
Yeah,
I did in
well, I
Pittsburgh.
was a musician in a strip joint.
Rania, thank you so much. Rania Jaziri, what's that website again?
RaniaJaziri.com.
RaniaJaziri.com. Thank you so much for joining us on Connections. Hope to see you soon.
Later. Thanks, sweetie. Appreciate that.
It's Connections. That was fun.
Yeah, you guys are over there poking holes, weren't you?
That was
not us.
too easy.
No.
Oh no!
Really? No.
Dancing naked in the woods? I mean, this is awesome. Thank you, Rania.
That's credibility.
If I get 150 people to
Okay, at
dance
first it was
damn
shit.
women.
And
Now it's
then you
okay.
had the dancing
Can we
in the
get
woods
a
naked, and all of a sudden,
Can we do wild? I want to do wild women retreats for mixing sex. I want to do wild women retreats. This sounds. Would you participate in wild women retreats? Just all women. It's just women.
Just women, she'd never be.
Being wild.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Melissa Fox will do a Simon Says at the event. Naked, wild women, Simon Says.
Might be some musical chairs. You wanna throw that in? Some archery, perhaps.
Volleyball.
The hokey pokey. You shake it all around.
What's up?
Naked volleyball.
32, 33, they just
Do you see the possibilities here?
It's flipping.
Yeah.
I did not.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. Where are my donuts?
That's called therapy by stripper.
Yeah.
Stripper.
That's
That's
what
great.
that was.
Yeah. Either that or sex
It's
therapy.
funny that Ronnie mentioned Magic Mike and Magic Mike. You know, Magic Mike was.
I dated this girl for 90 days before she got arrested. All right, and so she claimed to be a PhD sex therapist in Tampa. So she got busted. Looking at the stuff, didn't have a doctorate.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All made up.
Board of Medicine. Yeah, Board of Medicine came out of it.
You know, you can't play with that stuff. You always get busted.
Yeah, she moved to Montreal, changed her name again, and it's,
So she's played this scandal.
Everyone, Bucknuts.
Hey everybody,
Hey, Joel.
welcome to the show.
What a great
Hi, Dana. Good to see everybody. So yeah, I was gonna tell this 12-inch ruler joke, but I ain't got enough time right now. Yeah, Joe, you probably know what it is. I don't have enough time for it.
So when you go into the office and have you sit, and then you know she starts taking off. So tell me about your mother.
You write a best friend piece, right?
This show is flying by, isn't it?
Don't pat him. Ignore him.
Oh, the horrifying stories are coming up now. The horrifying workplace sex stories, courtesy of Cornstarch Pete.
Yeah.
What's that? Studio Dog.
Call now. 800-296.
No, that's at McDonald's. They call me Friday.
800
Friday.
Hey, Friday.
Sell no fries before their time?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. But you can always sell them without slippery and greasy. So if they're too greasy, there's too much salt on them. That's always the answer.
McDonald's, that's a bad fry, right?
Well, you're a chemist. You think in these ways. This makes you amazing.
Oh, that's fun.
Studio dog. It's my little one. This is Archie Wawa.
You don't miss off my little one.
I'm sitting too close to that thing.
Get a little freaky again.
Good old studio dog. We love our studio dog. Oh yeah.
Somebody asked the Facebook folks if they want to hear from Tess here.
What's that?
See if they want to hear from Tess.
That's what, yeah. Hey guys, well, you can talk to Facebook Live if you want, Tess. Just wave or whatever. Yeah. Don't embarrass Tess. Sorry.
Just embarrassing her.
Don't embarrass.
Embarrassing Tess.
We're the ones embarrassed because she looks fantastic. You know, and I look schlubby. You really just moved your mic. That was kind of hot.
I didn't. Archie did.
Archie moved that.
I did that.
Oh, you did that.
Did you?
Okay.
Oh, a little footsie going. The mic footsie going on here in the
Maybe
studio.
it was him.
Sure enough.
We'll say that.
You said it was the studio dog.
Hey,
It
studio
was
dog.
adjusting
Dog
my mic.
always does it.
Nice.
Lame dog.
It's the official theme song for Connections. Wednesday night is Big Butt Night. We're backing it up. Yeah, we're backing it up. I'm Blackjack, Melissa Fox in the house, Porn Star Pete, Dr. Ken Viek, Dr. Dave Klein, 2 doctors, 1 studio answering your questions. 844-TALK-UP, 844-4-TALK-UP. Thank you, Rebecca, for calling the show earlier tonight. Tess is in studio as well. And we are talking about affairs.
We're going to talk about bad office.
But these are bad office affairs.
Horrifying. Okay. Because there are a lot of no dumb reasons, basically, why you shouldn't get romantically involved with a coworker. Office hookups, unfortunately, are laughably inevitable. But for one, spending at least 40 hours a week with people begets very close relationships, as we've said. Some of them ascend to intimacy. Others fall victim to work romances and develop affinities for nurturing bosses and mentors and power positions, confusing admiration for a crush. And then there are folks who simply want to get it down with a fun tryst and the convenience of the situation, of course.
Yeah, an hour lunch. What do you do?
Hey, it only takes 4 minutes.
For who?
For whom? Yes.
Most of them.
No. Sorry.
I wanna.
Sorry.
Can I?
Not if
No.
you take Starbucks.
What, Dr. Ken?
No, the quickie for me is like 3 hours. Sorry. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, you're such a bragger.
I know. Well, hey, you got to.
That involves finding them.
Hey,
Well, yeah. I didn't say it was the act, did I? No.
I want to take an aside here
You
for a
know, I
moment.
got that. You know that.
I want to take an aside here for a moment. I want to thank Duke Flood. We had lunch with a guy named Duke Flood. Anytime you have lunch with a guy named Duke, that's a cool lunch. Yeah. Well, Duke Flood's a realtor, and he's going to be joining the family on Connections.
Former Marine.
Former Marine, just got out after 12 years. He is a real estate guy. If you want to check out more, go to floodgatere.com. That's floodgatere.com, and you'll be hearing more because he is now our real estate guy on Connections.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no such thing as a former Marine.
Oh, I know.
Don't use that term.
I wanted somebody to say
sponsor,
something.
You know, it's just no.
I
Don't
think
such thing as
that's-
a former Marine.
I think that's why she put
Once
it
a
out
Marine,
there.
always a Marine.
I
That's
did
what
that.
I always heard.
I got a story here from Mallory. She said, I went to drinks and karaoke with a guy I worked with. After about 9,000 drinks, we started making out, much to my surprise, because we are polar opposites. He was incredibly preppy, and I'm talking whales on the belt and everything. So the next morning I wake up in his bed with an incredible hangover. He's already dressed in a polo shirt and crew neck cashmere sweater, practicing golf skills on a fake putting green in his bedroom. I'm still in my clothes from the night before, had no way to get home to change before work because I lived 30 miles away. He says, why don't you call in sick? Of course, I had the most important interview of my journalism career that day. So we drove to a co-worker's apartment so I could borrow a dress. Even though she's 5'10", I'm 5 foot.
My God.
His
That's a huge
co-worker
difference.
Turned into a gown, didn't it?
didn't even offer me a chance to shower. I reeked of alcohol, cigarettes, and 22-year-old reckless abandon. So
Sex.
before I head into the office, I went to the local Rite Aid, buy an XXL t-shirt, pretended to check out the shower facilities at a local Gold's Gym so I could shower there and use the t-shirt as a towel. Put on the oversized dress, somehow made it to my interview on time. I did hang out with the J. Crew dude a couple more times, just because I think I was his version of slumming. Plus his apartment was close to our house.
Putting. This guy's putting when she wakes up. That's hilarious.
Putting.
Putting.
Is that what they call
In a
it?
cashmere crew.
Okay, we pick that story apart, or we just let it go.
You can have whatever
She
you want.
might not have been that good in bed.
Yeah, well, you know, she was trying to, but the last part where you said she met him a couple more times because it was close to her house.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, why didn't you just go there and change?
The apartment was close to her office. His
Oh, you said house. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
apartment was close to the office.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I misspoke.
Okay.
But not even
Just
a
check.
shower offered? That's just
Gotta offer somebody a way to clean themselves.
Somebody playing
Something.
over their head there. Yeah.
Yeah, she was definitely in over her head.
And what's wrong with golf?
That's post game, man. Shower.
Really?
You throw them in.
Why didn't you shower at his place?
That's what I was wondering.
You know.
She was still wearing the clothes. I don't know. Kind of sketchy. You got one
A lot
for
of
us?
things there.
You got one for
Okay.
us?
Oh, he's my boss at my first job out of college. I admired and respected him. Also thought of him as a good friend, a very good friend. It's probably how everyone at the company thought of him. Some of his advances were sketchy. Some were kind of romantic. Overall, he was very persistent. Eventually, I threw caution to the wind. And we started to date on the down low, quietly. After a while, he told me I wasn't the only woman in the office that he was dating. I assumed the other girl my coworker and friend found out about me and forced him to come clean. I was shocked. I was flabbergasted. I had no idea there was anything between them. I felt really hurt and betrayed, angry, disgusted, and also ashamed I was in a scenario I never thought I would be in. Because life is too short to work for an a-hole. I really didn't see any other choice but to quit. It was my first job out of college. Now, there's a little bit more here. Roommate's mom put me in touch with a sexual discrimination lawyer. The lawyer advised me on the language I should use in my resignation letter, and the sum I should ask for is compensation for essentially leaving quietly. So in addition to being an emotional wreck, I also had to try to compose myself to write a genuinely litigious let her not be scared
about the consequences.
About the
Sure,
consequences. So, fortunately, the lawyer's advice worked. I was compensated, made me feel gross initially, but in the long run, it was crucial because it took me a little while to find a new job, and I got to use the money. And I was even too scared to ask for references since they had been my only first real job. It was a terrible life lesson that could have been avoided if I didn't get involved with someone at work, much less my boss.
Lesson learned.
What do you got there, Dr. Ken? I see you're nodding.
You know, I just want to get a bumper sticker. You just don't poop where you work. I mean, you know, and it was her boss, no less. Again, the power structure, you know, and it could have been perceived that, okay, this is going to be the way it is here. Because if he's dating you and he says I'm dating other ones, well, then he's trying to make them compete against each other to get the promotion eventually.
And then we're
There's just so many
friends.
things that you can, it's just wrong on so many different
Well, I'm
levels.
glad that she actually took, legal action because the guy needed to be.
She
slapped
took legal action because she was an idiot.
Yeah, but she should.
Sorry.
Maybe.
Yeah, that too.
She was manipulated. I mean,
no, she manipulated too. So don't give her a pass.
It was both ways. I agree with Dr.
Don't give her a
Ken on that.
pass.
Yeah.
She quit because she was jealous.
Yeah, and then she got compensated for it.
Yeah, she got $50 for it.
Yeah, well, you know.
she said his advances were sketchy
She can
and
go
he
down
was
the
very
trail.
persistent.
Ooh, Dr. Ken, tough words about the trail there.
Doctors are calling her.
Doctor pulled out the trail.
I'm sorry, you know that's where she's at right now in my book.
On the trail.
Yeah.
On the trail.
For those of you that are not in the listening area, that's hooker heaven. So.
Wouldn't know. Been there?
Sure.
No.
Yeah. Who's cooking? No, I drive past every once in a while. We'll go down to Point Pizza.
You know.
So, Port Sarpete,
right
you live on the way to Hooker Heaven, or you live through Hooker Heaven and come out the other side, or where?
Yeah. There you go. If you go through, you get out the other side, so you get to see it on your way out.
Hey, can we play that segment back? Because I want to need a nice touchy-feely take for an advertisement for me.
Oh.
Because you are. Your
I'm a
bedside
touchy-feely kind
your
of
bedside manner is unequivocally the most unique.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
What an idiot. It's your fault. You're stupid.
It's called, actually, I think we should rename this instead of Dr. Ken's Couch, Tough Love with
Tough
Dr.
Love.
Ken.
That's it. Sorry. Not getting off easy.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
That's it.
Dr. Ken.
What not? Do the intern one. Yeah, do the intern one.
This gal said, I don't know if it's an intern one. I was just going to say the older woman.
Yeah, but it is. She dated the younger intern.
Oh, okay. She was an older woman in the relationship when she was 30. Fell for a male intern at the time. He was a 21-year-old senior in college. She says, I can't help it. He was really cool for someone his age. Much cooler than the losers my own age. I knew it was shady of me, but I started inviting my intern to hang out. First grabbing lunch or coffee, and then to after-work drinks, and I tried my best to keep things professional. I might have let things get a bit too flirty between us. One particularly drunken night after happy hour, my intern offered to walk me home. When we got to the stoop, he boldly said, "Can I kiss you?" And it was so hot. But of course, the next morning I was a crazy person about the whole thing. He said our relationship was important to him, so he ended up dropping out of the internship program so we could date. Now, outside of the office, I literally felt like I was dating a kid, especially when I went to his college campus to hang out with him. I ended things like a month later. The worst part for him was that he had to stay an extra semester to find another internship to fulfill the college credits he couldn't get from my company. And it turns out he has a thing for older women. I hear he fell in love with the VP of his department at his first job out of school, and they now have a child.
There you go. There you go. At least he went. Hey, at least he got the VP.
Married up, you know.
Married up.
It's definitely.
Well, she's like 30, that kind of vibe.
The only cougars that come after me are in their 80s.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But now you hear 21 and 30 and you think they're both kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
Interesting
how.
So when the 80-year-olds, is it usually when they're in the stirrups or something that they come on?
No, they fantasize about me all the time anyway. At least that's the way I like to think.
That's
about
what
it.
you're thinking.
Of course. Hey, look, you can have fantasies, so can
We
I.
all can have fantasies. You're right. I agree.
Rationalization is one of the best things we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at it.
Oh, yeah.
Experts.
Especially you guys. We got time for one more story.
Oh!
How about you there?
Sam and I had kitty corner cubicles. We would share Rhapsody playlists. halal cart food, and loved an unrequited stares during long, boring meetings. He had a girlfriend who was still in college, and she would send him funny illustrations, and he would post on his cubicle walls. They made me so jealous. But Sam and I continued to be friends. We went to concerts together after work in the bookstore during lunch breaks. I told you about the lunch breaks. Many moons later, he told me that he and his girlfriend broke up. I invited him over to my apartment. I should have been excited, but everything felt out of sync. We watched Love Actually, which was actually terrible.
Yes.
That'll kill the mood.
Then we had sex, but I felt empty afterwards.
Because you watched Love Actually.
The moment I knew it wasn't meant to be, because he picked up his guitar. It was a major turnoff. He didn't even know how to play. And I know this, I think everybody knows this guy.
Yeah, and I've been at parties with that.
After that moment, I literally stopped speaking to him just because it was so awkward. There had been so much sexual tension between us, but once we hooked up, it all felt meaningless. Eventually, we had a mature conversation about the whole thing, but a few weeks later, he got a new job. I heard he took a $6,000 pay cut.
Wow, that's craziness. Damn.
Expensive piece.
Yeah, no more halal meat for him, I guess.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's the halal.
No.
That's what did it. It is. That's what did it. So there we have it. Just some weird affairs at work stories. Hope you learned something from
The awkward, clumsy guitar player.
We all know one of those.
Yeah.
Hell, I probably am one of those.
What about the success stories?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's some of those.
That's
there are some.
That's
you
next.
gotta give 50
That's next.
Very
That's
good.
next time we have Dr. Dave on. That's
It was. It was the
Positive
guy who
ones.
fell in love with the VP of his department and his first job out of school, and now they have a child.
Yeah, that's a positive ending.
It depends what the child looks like.
That's why.
Sounds like sour grapes from her.
We have the artist of the week. This is Connections. I am Blackjack. Also, the news thing coming up. This is a really fun show tonight. We're really having a good time, man. It's some good stuff. We have some really interesting stuff. That was an interesting caller, too. She had a pretty cool perspective on it.
Are you a licensed CDL truck driver?
Those deep fried cheese curds were the bomb. You're right. They had gotten them.
Hey everybody on Facebook Live, we love you guys. If you want to comment, feel free. We may even play it on the air. Dr. King giving you the Queen Ways up the Queen Way.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yeah, 15 pounds of cheese.
You still gotta think about the 10 pounds of cheese in our manga.
Hi Dana. Hi Melinda.
Yeah, it's really not much of an exaggeration either. Being from Wisconsin, we do really love our cheese.
You do bring the spice, Dana, with your gingerness.
Cheese curds in there.
Tommy Hawk, what's up?
That's some good stuff.
Sexy Sadies.
Every gas station you go to, they have them in the styrofoam, they put the plastic over them. And that's what I do.
Hello, Nick.
I
Welcome.
skip the school lunch and go straight.
I'm surprised they don't have them.
Great, always good to see you. Tommy Hawk.
I figured that because I knew with like bratwurst that they used to not sell them in the South.
Melinda.
So I
I
thought,
don't see Rebecca online. I'm wondering if she's an organic
about the same time
I think she was. I think she was from River Acres. She had to be an
but they
organic
take
or
better
whatever call
cheese
it.
curds than the bratwurst. Yeah.
They're just up at the ski.
Which is nice.
And that was one of the
Nice
things
to
they
hear
did
that.
on the bar. I mean,
So half the story is
fried cheese curds. I'm just like, what are those? Really?
So Southwest Pennsylvania, Amish
That's good. That means we're leading the trend.
And a red meat egg is a hard-boiled egg that's dropped into a jar with beets and some vinegar. And so they turn.
Boo!
If you do it just right, I mean, it's almost like a little rainbow.
Yeah, we're talking cheese, you're right.
So you set the bars.
It's air conditioned here, but when you get a lot of bodies in a small room and all this equipment going, it gets warm. So yeah, we do have a fan or three going, I think, also with the air. Just gets
When
warm.
my mom and dad used
Hi,
to
Lisa.
used to run a showbiz circuit, they would...
Hey, Dana. Hi, Dana.
Oh, sorry.
Good to have you guys along tonight. Appreciate it very much. It's our last segment of the show, so if you're just tuning in, we start at 10, get here earlier.
Honey Miller.
Honey Miller, we love Honey Miller.
Had them in Monday, they were awesome. Very good group.
Yeah, there's some.
Ready?
I can do one. Let's pull one off the CD.
It's easy. I live in Pittsburgh. And one of the biggest things
Here,
about
have a Honey Miller CD. This is a good band. A band we had on Monday.
Paprika bacon. A slab of bacon you boil. And then you put it in the layer of paprika on top and put it in the fridge. And then slice it up and put it on crackers.
I'll just add this to my. I'll add this to my iTunes. That way I can just pull it right off iTunes.
Just nothing big and fat.
I know. Thank you for the reminder. No, I appreciate it.
Ritz crackers.
The show just goes so quickly, sometimes I lose track.
What's that like what the Hawaiians do with spam?
Yeah.
Honest to God, you know how many different types of spam there are in Hawaii.
These guys are very good. They're a folk rock, modern folk rock group that I think is just they're just really good.
Yeah, it's good for the soul music. It's nothing that you're going to be like.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.
Getting those 30s in.
Time to do the blackjack.
Time now for our sexy artist of the week with blackjack.
That's right, do the blackjack.
Did Tess make you do that?
Honey Miller is a great group. They're friends of ours now. We're all kind of hanging out, and a really, really great band. In fact, they sent me a nice email today. Thank you guys. They're going to be playing working on playing some gigs here in Orlando. They just sold out the King Center in Melbourne, Florida, a couple nights. Really cool sound. I got to listen to their CD quite a bit. This is my favorite track right here on Connections. This is our artist of the week, Honey Miller. You'll hear more about him, but go to honeymiller.com for more information. And now it's time for the news thing. The one, the only, the original, except no substitutions.
Yeah, if you don't get your news from me, oh God, please get it somewhere. But try to get it from me first. Just want to say. Well, when you weren't paying attention, the House passed a bill. Maybe you heard. Along the party lines, it means that employers are going to give you comp time now instead of time and a half for overtime. Oh yeah, they know you'll be afraid to take that extra time because, bosses don't like it when you take time off. So they'll probably just get away with not paying you and making you work more because there's so much going on. They snuck it through.
They really did. They got rid of time and a half, huh?
Mm-hmm. Trump says he'll sign it if the Senate passes it. So is this the kind of stuff that you really want? They pass it, fine. I don't know. But time and a half, I rarely got as it was.
Yeah, people didn't really. It's been a while since they've really even put that.
You end up giving more money back to the government that way. Other than time and a half, So
well, there used to be holiday pay,
Yeah.
like in radio, and if you came in and you worked on a holiday, you actually got extra money. No, that's
well, like doing stand up on New Year's Eve, that was double time. twice.
So if you get comp time and they don't give you the comp time, you're right. You end up with a net loss, right?
Well,
if
they
you're a
give you
worker.
the comp time.
Yeah.
Most people are afraid to take that time off because it can put their job in jeopardy. So, hey, you're going to do an extra half day. Oh, yeah, good luck taking that. You know, it has a bad feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
So when you're young and you're little and say a little less wise, maybe like you're in a frat and you're collectively kind of stupid in some ways. Well, look, I'm not totally surprised. Okay, there's a Baylor fraternity thought it would be a great idea to hold a Cinco de Drinko party. Not like
Sounds like
Cinco
a
de Drunko.
sounds like a sounds like a fraternity thing.
Cinco de Drinko. And the party, students dressed as maids and construction workers in ponchos and brown face.
Brown face.
Brown face?
Cinco de
dancing.
Might be over the edge.
Mexican party. This keeps happening because, well, first of all, students don't apparently grasp the offensiveness and racism at this stage in their life. Or maybe they just want to be edgy and outrageous.
Right, they're trying to be anti-PC or something.
Right. Or maybe they're just a tiny bit racist and privileged and
Could be
clueless
that.
as well.
Maybe they're just clueless.
Or drunk.
Yeah, that too. I think the title says it all.
It keeps happening though, and I find it interesting to me that students do this kind of crap, and then they have to look at the classmates that they insulted basically in class the next day, you know, because that Mexican kid, when he's not a maid, is a
You're letting your mind wander there.
I did.
All right.
I had a Cinco de Mayo party one time in August.
Hey.
No, I mean really, if you're gonna be like weird, that's just the way to do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
We embrace all of our weirdness here in the studio.
I think I was drunk till August on our second
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah.
You were that? It was that drunko?
Oh my God, yes.
we had a guy when I was in the Navy. He got brown face because he got a little drunk one night, and we told him that the bidet was a face washer.
Oh,
He cleaned it right up though.
Oh. Have you heard about LAX's private terminal for the rich and famous?
No.
Oh yeah. Been there.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, can you
What's
tell
wrong
us
with that?
about it? I mean, talk about a wee twinge of jealousy going on for this girl.
Yeah, tell us about it.
TSA doesn't exist there.
So for a lot of money,
It's basically
you
huge
can
lunch.
just skip by the regular terminal. There's a separate luxury building where they literally wine and dine.
Yeah, they do, and they have carving stations. People walking around with little trays of I didn't say little brown people, but people walking around with little trays with scallops with bacon wrapped around them and shrimp and things like that. Yeah, plus a full buffet of cold cuts.
How do you get invited to this place?
You have to have a lot of money.
You have to have a lot of money. They say there's no lines, no paparazzi, no baggage claim waiting, no hassles, basically.
Yep.
Your rental car is brought up to you, and if you spill something in your shirt, take
Clean
your
it.
shirts to replace them. You get whisked right to your flight, minimal steps, and unless you are very, very, very rich, you're never going to experience that at LAX, okay? But you have actually been a party to that.
Been a part of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
And it's worth the experience.
Oh yeah.
Go
You don't want to fly. It ruins you because when you have to go back and fly like we always do.
Right.
How many of you are standing in line going, "Oh, this is really bad."
Because now you know that the rich are doing it differently.
Yeah.
You're breaking my heart, Dr. Tess.
Are these private jets or are they?
No, these are commercials.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, they get to sit on the first class, right away, and everybody just.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a nice experience.
I would love to do that. You're right. Once.
Once.
Yeah,
But
go
now,
back.
I can't fly anymore. Hey.
You ruined it. Dr. Ken, thank you so much. Dr.
My
Dave
pleasure.
Klein, Stages of Life, vitamins.com. Thank you so much. What's our baby? Wow.
Tess, thank you. I am Black Tech. We'll see you tomorrow night at 10. Melissa Fox, I love you.
Thanks to Kim and Rainia. Thanks for listening. Love you. Mean it. We try not to say things that are not funny.
What's your grade?
What do you got now?
Honey Miller is Ricky Lee Jones. You can understand.
There you go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. What? It's a ponytail.
Oh, I like it.
I have hair.
So that's exactly what her music sounds like.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Hang with us for a little
We
bit.
had fun. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do stuff.
I just actually
Catch you tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh,